Hello and welcome to Creative Witchy Mumma. A big thank you for those that are tuning in here again to watch some more content from me. I'm so humbled beyond belief. And a very warm welcome to those that are new to joining the channel here. And look, if you haven't yet subscribed, I'd be truly grateful if you felt called to do so. It really helps me get to know you whilst you're getting to know me, and it helps my channel grow too. And honestly, the amount that it's grown already it still blows my mind. It's not a massive channel, but just knowing that people are watching my content and potentially learning things along the way, it really does. It just humbles my heart. So thank you very much. So look, today I just wanted to touch base on something that is a very hot topic at the moment: the digital ID. It's been a hot minute actually since I came on and spoke about anything other than my IVF journey. Obviously, that has been front and center. And if you are interested in that, please hop on and have a look at the videos. I am midpoint of getting my transfer. So, there's a lot to catch up on. But yeah, I wanted to sort of give, I guess, my thoughts and feelings around it because as we know, or for those that are following along, the UK have announced that they are rolling out this digital ID and that people will have to have it basically to work. And look, the same is definitely coming in Australia, and it will be going, globally like this. But what I want to say is that I just don't think it's something to be frightened about. These are all a lot of scare tactics. I'm not saying don't do anything about it and don't stand up to it, because for those that have followed me for a while, I did go through the whole COVID era. I decided not to get vaccinated. That was a choice of my own. I did not feel that my body needed it. And I have continued that trend. My son is not vaccinated. And if I am lucky enough to have any more children, they will also go unvaccinated too. And again, that is my choice. I am not a medical practitioner. It is my choice only. And I think the really important thing is that it should be a choice. We always do have a choice. Now, when you choose to go against something, it is never easy. So the same with digital ID. Okay, yeah, for some people, they're going to go, oh, this is really easy for me. This is great. I have no problem doing it. Fine. That's the same as, with the COVID jabs. There was hundreds, millions of people that did the same thing. But then there was lots of people that were kind of on the fence. And then there were lots of people that were like, no, this is the line in the sand for me. I've already drawn that line. Yeah. So for me, it's just about how am I going to navigate these things? And honestly, I feel like I don't have to worry. I need to keep and this is my suggestion to everybody else out there, especially for those that are, already line in the sand. What we need to do is keep our vibrations high. We need to love hard, and also be practical too. Like, I have been taking steps for the last 5 years, to change my mindset, to change the way I do things, to change the way I view life, right? And for me, the most important thing is that I can be as self-sufficient as possible. And what I mean by that is not just do everything myself, but be a part of bigger communities too that I can call in on, and they can call in on me for my expertise, and likewise. And that is where Co-Vision comes in. Honestly, guys, if you are in Victoria, I cannot recommend Co-Vision more. If you are interested, please drop in the comments, because this community is about helping one another. It is about being sustainable together. It is about helping farmers. It is about helping people within the community, whether it's sewing, whether it's building equipment, and actually learning how to be sufficient, how to be in that survival mode, but without being frightened about it. So that is what I think we need to do going into this next phase. Everything is rolling out just as it was planned in the Agenda 2030. This is not a secret for anybody that is shocked by this. It is not a secret. It just means that perhaps you're waking up a little bit. Um, I have been awake to this for many years now, and so have a lot of people. But the only way for me to get through this is to, like I said, not be frightened, live in love, happiness, and harmony, and just constantly be vibing at a higher frequency, And what I mean by that is not allowing yourself to be bogged down by bad news, by everything that's out there on social media. Step away from it. Go and ground yourself outside, walk in the grass, play in some dirt. Like, I know that sounds ridiculous, but the more we can connect to nature, the better it is for us. Take a walk in the ocean, play in the sand, sit in the sand, take your shoes off. All these things, like, they are so critical for us to be able to vibe at that higher frequency. I listen to some high vibe frequency music. I play the singing bowls, and I do that as much as I can for me, but also for Harrison too, because I think it's so important that he learns all these things. He doesn't watch the TV. He barely watches the TV. I might put on some nursery rhymes or something every now and again, but coming away from all the electronics, not being on our devices as much. I know I'm using the device now to talk on here, and I think it's important so we can get our voice across, but switching off when we can, making home cooked food, learning how to do those things will help us in the future too. The amount of things that I've learned over the last couple of years is just crazy. If I tried to write a list, I don't even think I'd be able to remember them all. But making our own products, using natural products, growing as much as we can. We can't do it all ourselves, but we can definitely do more. I can still do more. I still don't grow as much as what I would like. I moved house this year, and I've had to leave a lot of things behind. But the way I look at that is that I've learned like how to grow. I've learned what does grow, what doesn't grow in the climate, in different soils and things like that. So we can constantly keep evolving and learn. But, now is kind of pinnacle or crunch time for a lot of people. Are you going to draw that line in the sand? Like I said, I've already drawn my line in the sand, and I did that a few years ago. It's going to be a hard no from me. And it's going to be difficult, I'm sure. But the way I look at it is that I've set myself up enough to be able to survive. And if there is something that I can't do, I have an amazing circle, amazing communities that I'm a part of that I know I'll be able to lean on. And that is where, like, I come on here and I bang on about being in communities, getting your tribe, leaning on other people too. And that doesn't mean taking. That means giving back as much as you can, but then knowing that you do have a wide circle of people to be able to lean on too. So, I want to say, do not be frightened. Do not be frightened, but know where you stand and take that stand regardless of how difficult it is. Because back when all those jabs became mandatory, a lot of us stood up and said, no, that's not what we want. And it's okay. If that's what you want, you go forth and do those things that you want to do. It is your choice. And I think we have to remember that we have a choice. We absolutely have a choice. Yes, okay, choosing the other side is difficult, but we have a choice, okay? So be happy, smile, love, do all those things and learn as much as you can to be able to survive without going down that path, if that's what you choose to do. That is all I wanted to talk about today. Thank you so much again for coming on here, listening to me, watching me continuously. I appreciate it so much. And if you haven't yet subscribed, I would be very, very grateful. Please like, share, comment. I love all your comments, and I do try and come back to you as soon as I can. I have been a little bit off the grid. I've had a lot going on. My mum's been here, and I was unwell for a little while. So, but I'm back. I'm back on board, and obviously I'll keep you updated with all these things, and then also my IVF too. So until next time, thank you so much for tuning in to Creative Witchy Mama. Mwah.